Hello, so we are working on our pop art patch today, and you can see we've cut out all the letters, and I have done a black back stitch around this letter. So I'm going to show you how to do that so you can give a thick black outline to your work like they do in pop art. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to thread our needle. So we've got these chunky needles, and what you need to do is you just need to aim, put the thread through the eye of the needle, and you should be able to get them through. If it's become untwisted, you can twist it up and maybe lick the needle, or not the needle, don't lick the needle, health and safety. Just thread it through like that. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut that. I'm just going to grab some scissors. Cut that. I usually say an arm's length. Arm's length. There we go. And the way I knot my needles is, not my thread, is I put the two ends of the thread together and I create a loop and I go over the loop and I pull the tails through like that. So we've got nice, thick, chunky thread. So the felt actually is quite, it'll hold in place a little bit. It's gripped, it's the bonded fabric, it kind of fuses together a bit like Velcro. And what you're going to do is you're going to put the needle all the way through those three layers of felt. And then we can go a stitch forward, normal stitch forward. I aim for less than a centimetre, so I would say that's probably half a centimetre, if not a little bit more. And then where you're going to go up through the next one, you can go back to the last stitch. This is back stitch. So you go back to the last stitch, and then we've got a nice thick outline and it's nice and secure. So again, up and back to the last stitch. Now you can see I've just gone around the outside of the P. If you do get the time, you can go around the inside of the P as well. The same with the O, although it might look a bit busy, and pop art is usually quite simple and bold and block flat colours, and that's why we're using these colours of felt. Then you go back to last stitch, back to last hole, pull it tight so you try not to get too many loose threads, and then up. Now I don't know if this is enough thread to do the whole letter, because obviously you are using quite a bit of thread. So back to the next, and back to the next stitch, and you keep going round, back and round. Hopefully you can see what's going on. Up and back. Up and back to the last stitch. Up and back to the last stitch. And back. Now when you don't don't make your thread too short when it comes to knotting it, because it's going to be a bit tricky. So I'm going to stop there, and I'll have to rethread it for my next, the last part of the letter. So you can see it's quite thick on the back as well. And what I would say to you is, if you create a loop like we did before with your needle and a stitch, and then you need to try and get your needle through that loop to be able to create a knot, and the knot will go all the way down to where your stitches are. So I do a double loop, so you go round and then try to get your needle through that loop. If you can't, then cut it off as close to the needle as possible, like that, and then do a loop and put your tails through it. Then you can cut that bit down so you've got less loose ends at the back of your work, like that. So you can see it's nice and thick. Obviously I need to sew around the rest of this. I was just showing you how to do a back stitch. I look forward to seeing yours. Okay, bye.